Alright, what's up everybody? We are back for a new episode of Arrow Season 5, Episode 5, which is titled Human Target. Yes, I just came off of watching the previous episode, which was once again great. We got Diggle back, of course, rescued him out of prison, even though at first he wasn't here for it himself. Wild Dog is now, well, he's been captured, right, by Church. And so they're torturing him over there. Seems like we're going to be making... well, this next episode, basically another rescue mission, only to get Wild Dog back, right? But like, I don't know, at first I had the feeling like maybe the way they set his character up and the fact that he was kind of the most, he would argue the most out of all of them, right? And he seemed to be kind of a trouble case. Same, of course, with Rory, you could say, but not so much in a way that he was a trouble case. It was more that with him, there was friction clearly because of his origin story and the fact that, you know, and we saw it, like we went through it in the entire last episode of him not being willing to work with Team Arrow anymore, realizing that they were also the ones responsible for what happened to his town, even though he actually understood Felicity's decision. Surprisingly enough, I thought he would have this grudge towards her or something, right? And again, I speculated for a while whether he and Prometheus were the same character, because it seemed like it, because they looked the same. Like, Prometheus looked exactly like Ragman. I'm still weirded out by it, I will say. But clearly this should tell us that, like, nah, they're not the same. And, yeah, Rory's reaction obviously already tells me that, like, okay, he's gonna be able... and he kind of got through it also. He how should I put it? He got over it. And so ended up reconciling with Team Arrow and is now working with us again. So that's good to see, of course. But the mystery of Prometheus, therefore, remains, right? And it's like, okay, we had one look at him so far. That in itself was enough for me to realize that, like, okay, this dude is going to be a big deal. But who actually is he, right? And I've got somebody on my suspect list now. After watching the most recent episode, that DA guy, whose name I haven't even, like, picked up on yet. There was something weird going on with him when he was interrogating this other dude. He was willing... well, he was talking about, like, oh, you've realized that this is a city of vigilantes, right? And so he started... what do you call that? You know, he was basically ready to punch the fuck out of him. Right there in the moment. Which, yeah, obviously as a DA, that's not something you're allowed to do at all. He was going outside the book with that shit. And so... you know, his mannerism simultaneously too, everything about it was kind of off-putting to me, right? And it's like, okay, is this gonna be him? You know, talking about vigilantes, I don't know if Prometheus is supposed to be a vigilante, to be fair. The thing is with Prometheus that he obviously has Arrow, the Green Arrow, as his prime target, apparently, right? For what reason, I don't think we know yet. So... super fascinating. I wonder if I'm going to be correct in assuming that it's actually going to be him. It seems like that's where they're going with this, but I will say for now, I mean, again, this season is still kind of, it's just kicking off, and yeah, we'll have to wait and see exactly how all these things are going to get answered. Is there anything else for me to touch on? I don't really think so. So guys, let's dive into this new episode of Arrow. If you enjoy my reactions to the show, then of course you can get early access to the next bunch of episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. If you want to binge, watch ahead, go and check it out right now. Full-length reactions are being posted there, and you can sign up for free and watch the next episode already right now as well. But with that being said, let's dive into this new episode. Still going at it, man. Damn, those brass knuckles.
I'm never giving you what you want.
Wow.
You remind me of this other guy I once tortured. No more muscle on the frame.
Dude, I am actually genuinely surprised that Wild Dog is this loyal. You know what I mean? Because I thought he was going to be a little bit more of a wild card, no pun intended.
I was conversing with this son of a bitch. 20 hours or so. Knuckles hurt, even with the brass. This guy would just not give me what I needed.
So what, he died? I mean, that's not a great argument to get him to talk.
It's not the pain that breaks people. It's fear. Fear of that pain.
I mean, yeah, I thought he was gonna bring up, like, mental pain, right? But I don't know if they have their ways for that.
What happens next?
You're not gonna finish the story?
Huh?
That's kind of the whole point, right? For you to be able to fantasize about it and assume the worst.
I got what I wanted from that guy. So you might want to think about that the next time I ask you a question.
Yep. He's doing a... Oh, dude, he just said the exact right things.
Where is he? Whatever you're gonna do to me, he's worse.
How sure are you about that?
How many times are we gonna have to keep saying this? But I am here with you right now.
Where's Church?
Yeah, who wants to know?
The green guy.
I was gonna say, yeah, at first sight, this doesn't really seem all too bad, I guess, huh?
Look out!
Who the fuck is this?
Address now.
I heard he's somewhere northwest of here. I swear that's all I know.
What the fuck? Did he just send him into, like, oblivion? Billy Malone? Is this her boyfriend?
Who's that?
Telemarketer.
Telemarketer. Yeah, it's actually interesting, right? Like, we saw a boyfriend, like, once or twice working at the police and stuff, but we haven't seen a whole lot of him. I was actually thinking about that just before starting this video. Like, we didn't see him the whole last episode. Don't tell me he's gonna be Prometheus. So many options.
You guys must be the new kids on the block.
Well, more like the Backstreet Boys. It was funny in my head.
We are gonna find Renee, and we're not gonna give up hope while we're doing it. I have an early meeting at City Hall. I will check in with everybody soon.
Look at that, man. We're like more expanded than ever now, actually, right? Unlike how the season started off at first. I actually really like the addition of these, 3, 4 guys to the team. I really do. You know, I mean, some more than others, I guess, or whatever. Curtis, I still kind of don't know about, honestly. I mean, he's all right to me, you know. But I feel like it's kind of risky to introduce that many people to the group all at once and then hope that like people are gonna receive them well. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of genuinely surprised that that's what they ended up doing. Like, we got 3 new characters in the mix all of a sudden.
Oliver just seemed...
Optimistic.
Thank you.
Renee?
I think that like the good part about it is that those characters, so Evelyn, Wild Dog, and Rory, they don't in any way overshadow the core team or Oliver or whatever, right? Like, at all. They, even though we're supposed to kind of view each other as like equals or whatever, right? We're all part of the team, don't get me wrong, but Oliver's still the leader, clearly, right? And so again, like that's what makes it easy to just welcome them to it all.
Allowing us to expand low-income housing in Orchid Bay?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we need a 4/5 majority vote from City Council in order to pass the ordinance, and
Who are the holdouts?
only one that really matters.
Dude, that's what I mean, but like Oliver does not have time for any of these fucking politics. Like, this is the last thing on his mind. Like, why does he even want to be mayor?
Let's get into it. Anatoly, what is this?
It is time, my friend.
Time for what? Oh, meet with the boss?
What does Bratva mean to you, Oliver Queen?
Brother.
Wow. I was literally gonna say that. But okay, I didn't, so people are just gonna call bluff on that, I guess.
Who are yours?
My father's dead. My mother and sister.
Both dead. Bratva.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, at this point, they're not supposed to be. At least, Mom, you get what I'm saying.
I have no family. I have no home. I have no name. Ya Bratva.
Well, clearly it didn't stay that way for him, so I kind of wonder what set him on a different path while still remaining friendly with Anatoly nonetheless. You know, it's yeah, interesting.
Me Bratva.
I mean, they must have had some kind of falling out or something, right? Again, he left their code and their brotherhood at some point.
Добро пожаловать. Kaput.
Kaput. That's literally Dutch for broken.
Oliver made me promise that if we got our location on Renee, I would only share it with him.
That's actually not surprising.
Yeah, he has given up on working with them, dude. That's what I've been saying.
Why you messing with us?
For your water access through Star City's docks, I can move thousands of tons of heroin, slam, vertigo.
Makes sense. That's how he transfers the drugs and stuff, yeah. Over boats and stuff, I guess, huh?
Only thing I'm waiting for is Green Arrow to get out of the picture.
Good luck with that.
That grave ain't gonna dig itself.
So how about you do the digging yourself? Huh?
Man. Oh! Let's fucking go. Oh. Wow. Wild Dog going at it. Of course, this dude has to escape as always. I'm surprised that Wild Dog was able to still fight, even with that stab wound.
I was hurting so bad, it got so I couldn't even see straight.
What did you
Barely
do?
even remember telling him
What did you tell him?
who you are.
Oh, shit.
He knows you're Oliver Queen.
Oh, shit. He can just reveal that to the world anytime he wants. I mean, would he even want that in the first place? He's just going to use that information to get to him, I would think.
I told Renee to stand down and recover. Evelyn and Rory are gonna watch Thea and Quentin in case Church tries to get at me through them.
Yeah.
How's Curtis doing?
Good point, actually. Wow, I'm surprised he's already taken those precaution measures, because it would take me a while to realize that.
Well, wait, doesn't a vote take a backseat to finding Church before he tells every criminal in the city who you are?
I have security. I'll be fine.
Has he ever actually said that and it turned out to be true?
Is that man gonna like show up in Congress or something, or what do you call the place where you're supposed to enact this vote?
Church told Renee that he's planning something big enough to involve 5 cities.
So Church just gave up his master plan?
He thought Renee was gonna be dead 5 minutes later, before he made his move.
I was gonna say real quick, but like in Wild Dog's defense, that man lasted as long as you possibly could, right? It was only after dude found the perfect way to kind of, instill the fear in him and stuff that like, yeah, that's where he gave in the end, unfortunately. But because normally I would blame them for it, I guess. And it's like, oh, you didn't want them on your team in the first place. But honestly, seeing what he went through, like, I can't blame him at all.
Councilman Collins in there?
Yes, he's waiting in your office with Susan Williams.
He didn't agree to an interview.
Yeah.
Well, she's shadowing him for some type of profile, and I already tried to get her kicked out, but he was adamant about having her in there.
Any advice?
She's just gonna continue to show up in this season to kind of frame us, huh?
Don't screw it up.
Mainstream media.
The second the money starts rolling in, those families get squeezed out by crony capitalists.
That's not gonna happen here.
Hard to believe considering your family's history.
I'm sorry, Councilman.
But instead of affordable housing, we got sky rises.
What was Oliver's family like responsible for that? Is that what he's saying? I feel like no matter what Oliver says or does, though, like looking at Susan, she's always just like looking for a way to negatively frame whatever he says.
One of them became the offices of Queen Consolidate.
Yeah.
Is that true, Mr. Mayor?
I mean, listen, that wasn't his doing, though. That was his dad.
I'm sorry. I'm not changing my vote.
Okay, maybe you should just put an arrow in him.
Damn, Thea.
This isn't gonna be weird, right? Me reporting to your ex-fiance?
Yeah, what could possibly be weird about that?
Yeah, Felicity, what do you even see in this guy, honestly? Man, I hate it anytime we see her with him.
Does Mayor Queen know that we're seeing each other?
Yeah, he's definitely aware of you.
Definitely not. Oh, dude. He said he's gonna work for the ACU unit, right? But so I'm trying to figure out, like, the guy that's the DA. How does that, like, tie in? Because he did the interrogation or whatever there also, right? So it's all part of the same club?
I'm torn apart over this.
Man.
Is that what you think this is? A lecture?
What I deserve is a beatdown.
When's the last time you looked in the mirror?
Yo, dude, man right now looks like Andrew Tate when he came out of jail.
Oliver says stay put.
And I'm staying put. But I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
You got his eye like half hanging.
I want everybody locked and loaded. No, he's not gonna be a problem. The Green Arrow will be dead by then.
Damn. So he's got some kind of assassination plan, surely.
I'm gonna need to hit you back.
What now? Oh. Oh.
I told you to stay away from the Green Arrow.
I don't work for you.
You kidnapped his protege.
Serendipitous encounter.
See, dude, we're finally seeing Prometheus again, huh? Yeah, no, he definitely does. Now that I can finally pay attention better, he does have a bit of a different look to Ragman, but it's still very similar, though. You know what I mean? And obviously, looks a little similar to Oliver himself, also. He knows about everything that Church has been up to, though. I wonder why. Well, clearly he's involved with him in the first place, so that's probably why, but...
After getting threatened by a freak, I hired one of my own.
Holy shit.
This was your second warning.
Who the fuck is this guy, dude? You know what? He kind of reminds me of the way he talks. Solid Snake.
But you're hiring me to kill the Green Arrow.
You're gonna kill the mate.
So who the fuck is this dude? That's actually the same person, but okay.
Susan Williams is in our lives, Thea. If we don't make her an ally, then she's gonna remain an enemy.
Okay, but she's poison.
Well, it turns out that if you ingest small amounts of poison over time, you can develop an immunity.
I don't know, Oliver, when you're talking about a person and ingesting their poison and this and that, you know, I start to think of different things, and I probably shouldn't spell out exactly what I mean.
When I got your call last night, I thought someone in my office was playing a prank on me.
Please.
I mean, man is technically single now, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? He could go there again.
Have your attacks on my administration been personal, or are they just good ratings?
Don't see why they can't be both.
I'm trying to figure out how hard I'm gonna have to work to win you over.
Oh, God.
As someone who professes to care about Star City, I think that you owe it to the people of Star City to give me an opportunity to earn that trust. I can't do that if I'm spending all of my energy dodging all of these grenades that you're lobbing at me. So...
He's got to be given a chance, I guess. But yeah, interesting how she actually does have some personal reservations too. Like, she does have a personal angle to it.
You give me 1 month with no attacks. Let me show you what I can do. And if I don't deliver, it's open season.
1 month?
Wow, he knew exactly how to handle that. Don't let that be your fucking phone number. Come on, man. Oh, God, I so knew where this was going.
A personal cell.
Why would I need that?
I think you can figure it out.
Jesus Christ, this guy doesn't even have to try, you know? You just gotta be jealous of that.
It's a party, Victor. Let me get you a drink.
You may have passed all the tests and said all the right things.
Okay.
I do not believe for a second you are Bratva.
So we still don't have everybody's trust within Bratva, I guess, huh?
Justice is why I'm here.
Yeah, some American castaway will never understand, but you'll never be one of us.
Well, I don't know. Something tells me that this guy is going to be the sole reason why Oliver does no longer stay with Bratva after his mission is done.
Victor, come to toast on your brother?
Yes. Congratulations, brother.
What was that about?
That was nothing. What is
That must be it, right? And it's like Anatoly will understand ultimately like why he couldn't, and that's why he's going to continue to be cool with him. Was Anatoly himself still supposed to be actually like in Bratva in the current timeline? I don't know. Too much has already happened, right? I think was it Anatoly that we broke out of prison? I think it was, right? Yeah, but I don't even remember when that exactly happened. I think it was like season 2.
I live here. And until you heal up, we're roomies. So you feel much more like talking?
Why don't we talk about the time you were tortured?
He doesn't want to talk about that, probably.
So you ex-Navy, right?
Dishonorably discharged.
Reason? You know something, man, you don't have to tell me.
These two really actually have a lot alike.
We were transporting a prisoner, one who had information we needed. Intelligence officers couldn't get it out of him, so...
He had to do it?
You put a beating on him.
I've been thinking a lot about that decision.
Particularly since you've been on the other side of that beatdown, right?
Because I screwed up. That's my life, man. And now you're asking me to relive my latest and greatest.
That's right, Renee. If you want to give us anything that can bring down Church, I'm afraid you're gonna have to.
Okay, so dude is just like not wanting to go back to try and think about everything that he overheard as he got beaten the fuck out of him and stuff, I guess, huh? But now we're gonna try to actually still get him to. Just doesn't want to relive it. I feel like he would immediately know if there was something in his memory, you know, that could help us.
What do I do?
Yeah, what can you do? Think.
That you were one of those crony capitalists who pushed poor people out of those neighborhoods.
The same company who owns controlling interest in a real estate developer who just filed for permits to redevelop Orchid Bay for commercial uses.
What the fuck? Man was involved with it himself? Why was he the one pointing it out then, as in being a problem? Well, maybe because he's undergone some change, right?
It's personal, I get it. You're trying to protect an investment. Susan Williams isn't jealous.
Oh.
To me, this feels like a story she would like. So should I call her? She actually gave me her number.
Oh, never mind. The whole reason is actually just because he's trying to protect his own assets.
Are you blackmailing me, Mr. Mayor?
No, he's just confronting you literally with the truth, my guy.
Councilman, it's like you said. Politics is the art of the real.
That's what I'm saying. Oh! What? Yo! What the fuck? Dude! Man, what the fuck is happening? Man is not wearing any cover. Look at that blood. Nah, what? Also, this can't be real, right? Because he literally... Well, this was his security detail, I guess? the guys next to him because he knew that he could get attacked at any moment.
It's my sad duty to inform you that at 1:23...
They fucking set this up, dude. They're gonna declare him dead.
Mayor Oliver Queen was pronounced dead.
Wow.
That's Darley General.
Yeah, no, this tells me plenty already. Never mind. This was all... How, though? How does that work? How does that... I don't get it. How did they do that? I'm trying to think now. Did they, like... No. How could they possibly have made him able to survive that?
In his too short life, Oliver Queen experienced great hardship. But he came through the other side.
Okay, actually, maybe they did just set him up with, like, Kevlar that he was wearing and some, like, blood packs or whatever that would, like, go off, you know, if he got shot in those areas. I don't know, something like that? Now, see, that doesn't make any sense either, because his head was unprotected too. And obviously, yeah, they you know, like, he might as well have gone for the headshot, right? And at that point, he'd be done for, so I don't know.
Heads up.
What the fuck?
Christopher Chance.
John referred to you as the human target.
Well, that works better as a job description than it does as a nickname.
This is the guy that Diggle was talking about? We don't even know him. Well, what the hell is up with that weird face mask? That's just like, I don't know, deforming with him.
They're gonna find out though, right? I mean, you can't stay dead forever.
No, just until Church makes his big move.
Well, that's what you're betting on now that the Green Arrow / Oliver Queen is dead.
That's the hope.
So is this guy part of a different show or something? Was there a crossover in another show where Diggle was there and that's how he got, like, introduced to him? Or how exactly does all this work?
Why I came here after Lee and you.
Something about old promise. I thought I told you, time to move forward.
She has a family. I haven't spoken to them.
Well, this is about a woman.
Yeah, but not an alive woman, though. That's the thing.
There is old saying in Russian, no problem beautiful woman cannot fix. Now go talk to her before I do.
No problem. Beautiful woman cannot fix. You know what it is? Oh, somebody's getting beaten up here already. Great. I always have a hard time finding the right English expressions because there's always expressions on my mind and they're Dutch. And then, like, this is the typical thing that Dutch people will do, but they'll, like, directly translate their own expressions without realizing that they're doing that. And so, yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah. I mean, usually people will still understand, I guess, what you're saying regardless. But there's some, like, there's some people famously always doing this. Like, oh god, we had this coach, I'm sure that some of you will know him. He's called Louis van Gaal. But he was, I think it was like Manchester United at some point. Like his English, by the way, is absolutely fucking terrible. But he would constantly do that shit. And it's like hilarious. We as Dutch people, we'd constantly watch that and like laugh our asses off.
Gonna go get some air.
You sure? I think I heard Anatoly was looking for you.
I'm sure. I'll be fine.
Anytime I hear that name Anatoly too, I just think about that YouTube channel of the guy who does the gym pranks. You know who I'm talking about? Cleaner. I'm Cleaner guy.
Yeah, and scored you a very pretty girl's phone number.
I heard that too.
You did that.
I was under the impression that I've been down here all day.
Wait, he's been acting as him the entire time, actually, right? So even when we saw him talk to Susan, that was him, actually. Well, that's crazy. I don't think I realized any of that yet.
I don't just put on faces, Oliver. I become my target. And to do that, I've got to learn everything there is to know about them. More than they know about them.
I mean, man's just a full-time actor, you know? Like everybody in the show, actually.
You know, it's why you're struggling as mayor, and it's probably why you won't call that girl.
That's not the reason.
Listen, I'm the last person to give dating advice, but Felicity moved on.
Yeah.
You didn't know. Sorry.
Oh, wait. Oh, he's gonna tell him.
Billy Malone casually mentioned that he was seeing Felicity. Seemed to think that you knew.
This is how he had to find out, dude. Not even through Felicity herself. Damn. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, the only thing you can do in that situation is just, like, try to put your mind off of it, right? And just call Susan. I wouldn't blame him at this point.
Don't try to remember. Just go there. Get a picture.
Really bring him back to it.
My wrist hurt like hell from the zip ties.
Sounds. Smells.
Couldn't smell anything. Nose was busted.
Okay.
What about people? Who else is there?
I mean, that might be like a reason for that or something, right? Well, yeah, because he got beaten the fuck out of him, that's why. I was thinking, you know, maybe, maybe it's because of like the chemicals in the air.
It's not pain that breaks people. It's fear.
Did you see,
Let's go to the brace. 04 and 7.
Oh, right, that line. I have no idea what that line meant, to be fair, but is that a location thing?
Hey.
Hi.
wait, this is how you're gonna try and get personal, a personal explanation? Yeah, okay.
You do remember that this apartment has a front door, right?
Front doors are more for people who haven't just faked their own death.
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you also had to because of that reason, of course. That makes sense. I was gonna say, but you do know that could have been somebody else here, actually, right?
Your message sounded cryptic.
I wasn't sure if I should say anything at all.
Okay, and he came announced. You know, okay, I gotta take everything back.
Why didn't you tell me that you were seeing someone?
Maybe on some crazy subconscious level, I was worried you'd show up on my balcony in the middle of the night.
I'm totally fine that you're seeing someone. But I'm hurt that you didn't tell me.
No, just you and I worked together, and I didn't want to make it a thing, you know, until it was something real.
I'm really kind of surprised that they can still like work together with each other and have these kinds of conversations, and you know what I mean? Like that requires a real level of maturity.
Is it real?
That most people don't have.
The trust goes to the brace 04 and 72. Could that be any more obscure?
04 and 72 could be the time and date. 4 a.m., 72 hours after.
Yeah.
And the brace is what the guys in my hood used to call a private airstrip outside Pennytown.
There we go.
Hop and Brace Airfield?
That's the one.
It's always a location and timestamp in this case.
I didn't think I was ready to face what I had done, but I'm wearing this suit again because I think it's a path to redemption. It could be for you too.
Back into action, let's go.
Good flight.
Everyone's very interested in hearing what you've got planned, Tobias.
Who the fuck is this guy? Have we seen him before, actually? He's got a very signature beard.
The mayor's an alky.
Sentry reports movement on the perimeter.
I thought you'd taken out the Green Arrow.
No, it's not him. It's a JV squad.
Oh, you're about to be in for one hell of a surprise, my guy. Oh.
Come on, damn it! Deal with him!
For now, it's not him yet, but you just wait. He'll come in clutch. Nice. Oh, shit. Yeah, who is his buddy in the mask, actually? We still have to get a face reveal for him, I think, right?
You afraid yet, bitch?
Never.
Nice. Ragman. Oh, shit.
I lost Church.
Got him. Moving southwest.
Really?
I've got these two. Go back up, Mr. Church.
Oh. What the fuck? He didn't just kill... Oh, this is our guy. Did he just kill him?
You guys all right?
Actually, yeah. We can use him literally for those purposes too. Yo, is this dude staying on board, actually? Because he will be quite an asset. Should have recruited him at first, immediately.
He survives. I guess I just have to kill you again, Oliver. You mind if I call you Oliver?
Now, we're finally gonna deal with this guy, because I've been surprised with for how long Church has been basically like a main antagonist, actually, this season so far, right? But like, clearly, it's Prometheus that we should be sort of waiting for. Damn. They always have such cool like choreography with all these fight scenes. It does, I feel like it does get a little repetitive at times, but it's like, yeah, you can't expect it not to, right? After 100 episodes.
You got much worse coming.
Yep.
You don't even know it.
Prometheus is coming.
He calls himself Prometheus.
First time that Oliver's hearing that name, actually, right? I wonder what he's thinking. Would he recognize it maybe already?
Mr. Church and his underlings were apprehended, as well as the heads of organized crime enterprises in Bloodhaven, Hub City, Keystone, and White Holland.
White Holland? That's a city in this universe too? Which show takes place there?
I've just received word that the City Council passed an ordinance rezoning for low-income housing.
I love how he's actually had to come out front literally with the truth of like, yeah, I faked my death, this and that. I mean, it's the only thing he could do, but people must be going kind of like, wow, can't believe our mayor would go through something like that. Again, I feel like that's only sort of showing you the kinds of lengths you'd be willing to go to is only gonna make you more suspicious in the long run, though, with people thinking like, oh, what if this dude actually is the Arrow?
I think that you owe it to yourself to find out if what you have with Billy is real. I owe it to myself to embrace whatever's next for me when I'm not.
Yeah, I got a feeling man is kind of going back to dating this season, right? That's just what they're doing. I'm cool with it. I do hope that they eventually get back together, though, but I feel like I should just expect this break to last for a little while. Things will be all right in the end. I'm sure of it.
What I came here to say to you.
We're usually on the same page.
About a lot of things. All right.
Yeah, look at that.
Thank you.
She can't, you can just see, she can't help herself, dude.
Victor wanted to give you a proper gift.
Guessing that's not you.
Yeah, no, apparently she was just a distraction, huh? Okay, who's sticking up for Oliver?
Have a nice night. You can tell your boss I expect the other half of my fee within the hour.
I guess he was still... Oh! I thought it was Diggle who introduced this guy to us, and I was saying that Oliver actually worked with him already in the past too? I mean, maybe they did touch on it, to be fair. Like, things are going so fast, I'm already starting to get the brain fog.
Victor clearly sent those two to kill me, then some other guy shows up and kills them, and...
It's my way of handling Victor problem.
You didn't think it would be a good idea to tell me that?
We cannot kill Victor. He's too connected.
Yeah, but now, great. So instead of going after our actual enemy now, we have an enemy within too?
I think I figured out how Queen knows him.
Really?
Went through the database, looking for details on Chance's past stops.
Oh no. Russia?
Across this little beauty.
Russia.
That was taken 5 years ago, when Oliver Queen was supposedly stranded on a deserted...
Oh shit, yo, they're gonna lay it all out on the table, man. Dude, she's just gonna leak this shit straight away, right? Oh, that's a major catch, dude, because that's gonna put Oliver's whole history at play, you know what I mean? Like, that's gonna be a crazy scandal.
Those cops are on protection on your payroll, buddy. Nobody's breaking you out.
You guys should have flown me to Iron Heights.
Yeah, I heard you liked helicopters.
Yeah, no, he knows what Prometheus can do, and I'm guessing he'll come for him, actually, but I don't know if he even thinks that's a good thing.
What's got you spooked?
Oh, dude. So, okay, yeah, well, it's clear that him and Prometheus are not really, like, buddy-buddy at all, right? I'm guessing that he's afraid Prometheus will kill him as a preventive measure so that Prometheus himself will not have his identity be known or something, right? I mean, Oliver already knows because he already named him to Oliver. It's not his identity, I will say, though, right? Like, okay, who he actually is, but at least he knows that Prometheus is out there.
Right.
Oh, you guys are fucked. Yep, bow and arrow. That's him. Dude. The close-up shots, this shit is straight up horror. Tuh.
Don't go out there.
Why, so I can protect your ass in here?
So you don't get killed.
I was gonna say, he's gonna get killed regardless, whether he shows his face or not.
You want the Green Arrow. I can give you his name.
Yup.
You would be the only person who knows. It's Oliver Queen.
Yeah. I would have first secured my own protection here.
So we cool?
No, thank you for the information.
Yeah, we are.
Damn, dude. Holy shit. Yo, this... this dude is cool, though. Like, I can't lie, but... I don't know, I'm really into him already. Like, he seems like he's gonna make for a great main antagonist. Alright, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and of course, you can get early access to the next bunch of episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Go and check it out. You can also sign up for free and watch the next episode already right now. So, I'll see you there.